Procrastination isn't just laziness. It's not simply a matter of lacking motivation or being undisciplined. It's a far more complex issue that affects people from all walks of life, regardless of their intelligence, skills, or experience. It's a brain glitch, a fascinating yet frustrating phenomenon rooted in the very structure and function of our brains. Our minds are wired for certain responses, often without our conscious awareness. These responses, developed over millennia, were originally designed to protect us and ensure our survival. But in today's complex world, these ingrained patterns sometimes sabotage our long-term goals, leading us to put off important tasks in favor of more immediate gratification. Understanding this is the first step to change. Recognizing that procrastination isn't a character flaw but rather a neurological response can be incredibly liberating. Most of us delay important work, putting off tasks that we know we should be tackling, instead choosing easier activities instead, things that provide instant pleasure or require less mental effort. This is a universal experience, a common struggle shared by people across cultures and professions. It's rooted in how our brains function, in the intricate interplay of different brain regions and neurochemicals. Science reveals why we act against our best interests, why we choose short-term comfort over long-term success. The brain, designed for survival, is constantly scanning for threats and seeking rewards. And sometimes, in its quest for safety and pleasure, it defaults to procrastination. It's not about willpower or a lack thereof, but how we process tasks, how we perceive their difficulty and potential rewards. It's about rewards, the anticipation of pleasure, and stress, the avoidance of discomfort. We're caught in a battle, a constant tug-of-war within our own minds, between the part of our brain craving comfort, seeking immediate gratification and avoiding anything that feels challenging or unpleasant, and the part planning for the future, the part that understands the importance of hard work and delayed gratification. This internal conflict, this constant struggle between our present and future selves, is at the heart of procrastination. It's the central problem we need to address if we want to break free from its grip. We'll explore the neuroscience, the fascinating science of the brain behind why your brain chooses delay, why it opts for procrastination over productivity. More importantly, and this is crucial, we'll uncover practical strategies, actionable techniques that you can implement immediately to hack your brain, to reprogram your responses, and overcome your procrastination tendencies. These strategies can guide you, providing a clear path forward toward better productivity, toward achieving your goals and living a more fulfilling life. Overcoming procrastination is possible. It's within your reach. It starts with understanding the science, with gaining a deeper insight into the workings of your own mind. Let's begin this journey of discovery, this exploration into the fascinating world of the procrastinating brain. By looking inside our own heads, by examining our thoughts and feelings, we can learn to manage this tendency, to take control of our habits and behaviors. Knowledge is empowering. It gives us the tools we need to create positive change. So let's use it. Let's put this knowledge into action and start building a more productive and fulfilling life. The first step is awareness, recognizing when we're procrastinating and understanding why. Ready to dive in? Let's get started. Our brain's reward system, a complex network of pathways and chemicals, is primarily driven by dopamine. This neurotransmitter plays a crucial role in motivation, pleasure, and learning. It craves quick wins, those little bursts of satisfaction that light up our brains. Every time you check social media, whether it's scrolling through your feed or looking for notifications, or watch a funny video, something that grabs your attention and makes you laugh, you get an instant dopamine hit, a small reward that reinforces the behavior. Your brain learns to seek out these easy pleasures, associating them with a quick and effortless reward. This cycle makes it hard to focus because your brain is constantly scanning for the next dopamine fix. On tasks with delayed rewards, those projects that require sustained effort and offer no immediate gratification, like studying, which requires hours of concentration for a future exam, or writing a report, a task that demands focus and attention to detail without immediate praise. The lure of immediate gratification, the promise of a quick and easy dopamine rush, often overpowers long-term goals, those aspirations that require sustained effort and delayed satisfaction. That's why procrastination feels so tempting. It's a way to avoid the discomfort of delayed gratification. Important tasks rarely offer instant rewards. They require patience and persistence. Your brain nudges you toward what feels good now, seeking the path of least resistance and immediate pleasure, not what's best later, even though those long-term goals are ultimately more rewarding. This is the dopamine dance, a constant push and pull between immediate pleasure and delayed gratification. Your brain wants pleasure now, seeking the easiest and quickest route to a dopamine release. Understanding this biological pull is key. It's the first step in taking control of your habits. It explains why resisting procrastination is so tough, why it feels like you're fighting against your own brain. The promise of a bigger future reward, the satisfaction of achieving a long-term goal, can't always compete with a quick hit of pleasure, that instant dopamine rush that feels so good in the moment. Recognizing this helps you take control. It allows you to understand your brain's tendencies. You can start to break the cycle, interrupting the pattern of seeking immediate gratification. Awareness is the first step to change, the foundation upon which you can build new habits and behaviors. Let's see how your brain's manager, the prefrontal cortex responsible for executive functions, handles this battle between instant gratification and long-term goals. The prefrontal cortex is your brain's manager. It handles planning, decision-making, and impulse control. This part helps you focus on long-term goals and resist distractions, but it has limits. It gets tired, especially under stress or after many decisions. When your prefrontal cortex is fatigued, self-control weakens. That's when procrastination sneaks in, even with the best intentions. It's not a sign of weakness, but a signal your brain's manager needs support. Understanding this helps you be kinder to yourself. It also points to strategies for supporting your prefrontal cortex. Give your brain breaks and reduce decision fatigue. Prioritize important tasks when your mind is fresh. Recognize when you're running low on mental energy. This awareness can help you plan better. Support your brain's manager and you'll find it easier to stay on track. Let's look at how stress and anxiety complicate things further. Your brain needs the right environment to thrive. Let's create it. Stress and anxiety are major drivers of procrastination, often acting as powerful roadblocks to productivity. These feelings can create a sense of overwhelm, making even simple tasks seem insurmountable. When you feel stressed about a task, perhaps due to its complexity or perceived difficulty, your brain seeks relief, often by avoiding the task altogether. This avoidance is a natural response, a way to temporarily escape the unpleasant feelings associated with the task. Procrastination offers temporary comfort, a brief respite from the stress and anxiety, but the task only grows larger in your mind, looming like a dark cloud. The deadline looms, stress increases exponentially, and guilt inevitably sets in, compounding the negative emotions. This constant cycle of stress and avoidance drains your mental resources, leaving you feeling depleted and unable to focus, making it even harder to start, creating a significant barrier to entry. It's a vicious cycle, a self-perpetuating pattern that can be difficult to break. Stress leads to avoidance, a natural but ultimately counterproductive response, which leads to more stress, further fueling the cycle of procrastination. Your brain tries to protect you from discomfort, seeking to minimize negative feelings, but ends up creating more problems in the long run, adding to your overall burden. The problem isn't solved, it's not addressed or resolved in any meaningful way, it's just postponed and magnified, growing larger and more daunting with each passing day. Breaking this cycle starts with recognizing it, with acknowledging the pattern of stress and avoidance. When you feel stressed, acknowledge it, name it, and understand its impact. Notice your urge to avoid, but don't give in to the temptation. Resist the impulse to procrastinate. Try starting the task, even in a small way, breaking it down into manageable steps. Small actions can reduce anxiety, creating a sense of accomplishment and control, and build momentum, making it easier to continue working on the task. Managing stress is key to overcoming procrastination, providing a foundation for productivity and focus. Calm the emotional storm, find your center, and create a sense of inner peace, and you'll find it easier to act, to take the necessary steps to complete your tasks. Awareness and action go hand in hand, working together to break the cycle of procrastination. Let's identify what triggers your procrastination next, so you can develop strategies to manage those triggers effectively. You can break the cycle. You have the power to overcome procrastination and achieve your goals. It starts with a single step, a conscious decision to take action and break free from the grip of procrastination. Procrastination has many triggers. Fear of failure, perfectionism, and overwhelm top the list. Fear of not doing well can paralyze you, making starting feel impossible. Perfectionism creates pressure to get everything just right, leading to endless delays. Sometimes not knowing where to start makes a task feel overwhelming. Ambiguity and lack of clarity are major triggers for avoidance. Boredom, lack of interest, and distractions also play a role. Recognizing your personal triggers is crucial. Once you know what sets you off, you can develop targeted strategies. Awareness is the first step to change. Don't let excuses hold you back. Identify your patterns and take action. Let's see why the just-in-time approach isn't the answer. Many claim they work best under pressure, but science disagrees. The just-in-time approach often leads to stress, mistakes, and lower quality work. Your brain's planning center struggles when you're rushed and anxious. Last-minute work is rarely your best work. This cycle creates chronic stress and burnout. It leaves no room for unexpected problems. One hiccup can derail everything. While you might finish on time, the personal cost is high. Planning ahead and working steadily is far more effective. Break tasks down and start early. Give yourself a buffer for surprises. Quality improves and stress decreases. Don't fall for the just-in-time myth. Let's explore neuroscience-backed strategies to take action. You can outsmart procrastination by working with your brain. Break big tasks into small, manageable steps. Completing a small step gives your brain a dopamine boost and builds momentum. Use the 5-minute rule. Commit to just 5 minutes on a task. Often starting is the hardest part. Once you begin, it gets easier. Reward yourself for progress, even small wins. Link rewards to productive work, not distractions. Mindfulness helps you notice procrastination urges without acting on them. This awareness gives you a choice. Redirect your focus back to the task. Each small win strengthens your brain's self-control. Celebrate progress to reinforce positive habits. Practice makes your brain better at managing impulses. Use these strategies consistently for real change. Your brain can be trained for productivity. Let's add practical tools to your arsenal. You're building new habits, one step at a time. Time management techniques give structure and fight procrastination. The Pomodoro technique uses focused 25-minute work bursts with short breaks. This makes big tasks feel manageable and rewards progress. Time blocking schedules specific tasks into your calendar. Treat these appointments seriously, protect your focus. Set clear, specific goals instead of vague ones. Break large goals into smaller, actionable steps. Celebrate milestones to reinforce positive behavior. Each small win builds momentum and confidence. Positive reinforcement shifts your mindset from avoidance to accomplishment. Use these tools consistently for lasting change. Structure and clarity are your allies. Find what works best for you. Productivity is a skill you can build. Let's look at the bigger picture. Your future without procrastination. Overcoming procrastination is a journey, not a one-time fix. Progress matters more than perfection. Everyone slips up. Be kind to yourself and get back on track. Each time you start a task, despite the urge to delay, you're rewiring your brain. Small, consistent changes add up to big results. Embrace a growth mindset. Your ability to focus can improve. See setbacks as learning opportunities, not failures. This positive outlook builds resilience and determination. You have the power to change your relationship with work. Use the strategies and tools we've discussed. Experiment, adapt, and find what fits you best. Every small step forward is a victory. You can build a more productive, less stressful life. The power to beat procrastination is within you. Start today. Your future self will thank you.